Thank you. Let's be seated. Program Director, Comrade Prakstau, the Madikizela and the Mandela family, Treasurer General of the African National Congress, Comrade Paul Mashatile, members of the National Executive Committee of the ANC, Comrade Nomvula is here representing that component of the leadership of the African National Congress in our province in Gauteng, and the leadership of our region, the leadership of the Women's League, ANC Women's League, and indeed the other leagues that are represented here. This is a solemn day, but it is also a day of remembrance. But more importantly, it is also a day to reflect on the life and the times of Umama Winnie Madikizela-Mandela. Mam Winnie was not called the mother of the nation for nothing. She was called the mother of the nation because not only of her standing, but also of her deeds. The deeds that fired up the commitment and determination of many of our people to fight against the evil system of apartheid. And she did so at a critical time in the course of our struggle, when our leaders were either incarcerated or when they were in exile. She fired up the movement inside the country and gave strength and courage to many of us, because she was fearless, she was determined, and she was the quintessential activist and feared nothing. And it is this that we remember with Umama Winnie Madikizela-Mandela, a person who always put the interests of the African Congress, National Congress, ahead of her own interests. And it is this that makes us remember her. And when the leadership of the Women's League, and indeed the organizing department of our movement, felt that we should come here, I was prepared to come with a great deal of determination, much as I have to go to church today. So it was good, Comrade Nomvula, to precede this with our having to go to church. Of course, I was very delighted that we should come here. And coming here means drawing inspiration, drawing a great memory of the life of Umama Winnie Madikizela-Mandela, but also to honor her and to respect her and to make sure that her name does remain prominent in the annals of our movement. Inspiration with regard to promoting the interests of the African National Congress and making sure that we always put the ANC ahead of our own personal interests, but also focusing on what needs to be done to improve the lives of our people, which is what she was most concerned about at any given time. We are going through a very difficult and challenging time in the life of our country, both at a social level, which was an area that she was most concerned about, the poverty, the inequality, and the unemployment situation that many of our people find themselves in. This is a challenging time. COVID-19 has wrought great difficulties on our people. And if she were here, that is the issue that she would be talking about mostly, and mobilizing our people to work together to do something about. We're going through a difficult time economically, with the hordes and hordes of our people unemployed. And politically, we're also going through a very challenging time as the African National Congress, and she would have been at the forefront, arguing that we should continue the project of uniting the African National Congress, because when you unite the ANC, ipso facto, as they say, you also unite the South African nation. And she would have been saying that is the task that we need to be seized with on an ongoing basis, finding ways at a practical level to continue to unite this great, glorious movement of our people that has led them since 1912 through the 82 years of struggle until we won our freedom in 1994. She would also have been saying we need to focus on the whole process of renewal, renewing the ANC in the way that it functions, and it should be principled renewal of the African National Congress. And all these measures are measures that Comrade Winnie would have embarked upon, focusing at all times on our movement, focusing at all times on the people of our country. So today we are here to remember her fondly and with great love. We are here to draw inspiration from her. She could not be silenced by the apartheid evil rulers of our country, and we will not allow her to be silenced. Her words and what she stood for is what we will always remember. And today, for me and all ourselves as leaders and members of the African National Congress, it's a wonderful day. It's a solemn day, but it is a wonderful day of enabling us to come and drink from this spring of inspiration, to come and draw strength from the work of Comrade Winnie Madikizela-Mandela. So it is with this that we dip our heads today and remember her and move and walk out of here knowing that we've drawn strength and we've drawn great courage and indeed also wisdom from what she stood for. So with this, I say to the family, we will continue to walk with you. We will continue to be there with you as you remember her. Of course, you must remember her as a mother, as an aunt, as a grandmother, and as a great-grandmother. We will give you that space, but we will also remember her as a great leader of our movement. And this year we do so in the year of also remembering another great icon of our struggle, Mamu Charlotte Maxeke, who next week on Wednesday will also be celebrating a great day for her birthday in the Eastern Cape. So it's a great year for us to be remembering Mamu Charlotte Maxeke, but today we also remember another great, great leader. So we have been blessed as the people of South Africa to have had great women leaders who dedicated themselves, time and effort, and their talents to enable us to stand here today and bask in the freedom that they worked so hard for. So thank you very much to all of us who are here. And indeed, as we draw inspiration from her, we will walk the path of renewing the ANC, of uniting the ANC, so that the ANC can, yes, be renewed and be strong again to do what it was charged to do in 1912, to ensure that our people have a better life. And this is what Winnie Madikizela-Mandela had wanted throughout her life. So thank you very much. Thank you, comrades, for being here. Thank you.